down for no reason. I'll be reading my word.
Hello, I'm Ezekiel Kagbo. I'm a born-again Christian. Join me every Sunday 9 to 10 p.m. on Go Gospel. Go Gospel is a program that brings to you gospel artists to showcase the music and bless you with ministration as we spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. Make it a date with me, Ezekiel Kagbo, on Go Gospel every Sunday 9 to 10 p.m. on Star Television, Channel 21.
So watch me fly.
Hello and welcome to yet another edition of Go Gospel on Star TV Channel 21. Go Gospel is a program to bring to you gospel musician and the music, and also the way we spread the gospel of Jesus Christ all around the world. We can bring up this program to you every Sunday 9 to 10 p.m. I'm Minister Ezekiel Kagbo. Well, I want to say happy Sunday to all Christians out there and non-Christians. I want to say kudos to all the one that we get a lot of events. Kudos to Prisoners for Christ as I celebrated 10 year anniversary, and also other worship events them all around Sierra Leone. I want to say kudos to Lord, keep the fire burning. Well, with me at the studio, I get with me Madam Rosemary Blake, the country director for Living Water International. We can talk more about Living Water International organization where they both Christian and non-Christian. But you can explain to you about the role of Living Water to the churches. And we also don't forget a song done by Uncle G, Wakatrit, and also psalmist Christiana Koju Williams. We get for Giri and song we done My Refuge. Well, before we start the program, let's go for a short break with a song done by Uncle G, Wakatrit, and we'll come back and continue the program.
With Jesus, sweet thing they wait for you. The road tranga for waka, but you for waka day. Now the road lead to heaven, even with up and down. Now the road Jesus waka, for save we all from sin. Come to run now, no wait again.
No go to palm online, we go live by you.
Come to run now, no wait again.
No go to palm online, we go live by you.
I said dance, la bam bitam, chukam in blood flow like water. Then check in close and shape them, even where he die for we are. For all that in no except before that he prays Papa God sorry for the year, then sense lost pandemic. Come to run now, no wait again.
No go to palm online, we go live by you.
Come to run now, no wait again.
No go to palm online, we go live by you.
When Tinada de blow self, do ya no must lose hope? As you wait up to heaven, the passing on the wait. I say, ask how many go be you, all waiting you want. Papa God now provider, now in no more go last. Come to run now, no wait again.
No go to palm online, we go live by you.
Come to run now, no wait again.
No go to palm online, we go live by you.
Better they come your way. Put your case to God, He must solve them for you. Nothing say you young, don't at this dunya. Put your case to Ram, He must solve them for you. Come to Ram now, no wait again.
No go to palm online, we go live by you.
Come to Ram now, no wait again.
No go to palm online, we go live by you.
Come to Ram now, no wait again.
No go to palm online, we go live by you.
Come to Ram now, no wait again.
that the song done by Uncle G called Waka Theatre. Now a song of evangelism, talking to Christians out there and non-Christians for see. No go to Pamola, no go to the other Pafodi. Now he just use the name no Pamola, no mean say now somebody really try for attach. No, that mean it represent somebody the form of Sutia or them Meresiman or Moiman, I would call them. No go to Moiman, no go to the man of the world, but Jesus Christ, now are the only way you for go to, because they're the way, the truth, and the life. And then only do them for you, not to Pamola or Pasori or Pa Santigi go do them for you. So it's song now, a song of evangelism. Now so I want to welcome you to the program again. Go Gospel Minister Ezekiel Kagbo. Just like I said before we go break, I say get Madam Rosemary Blake or Mrs. Rosemary Blake. Of course, now Madam, because possibly we don't do so lot of good things, we call her Madam. And also, I'm the country director for Living Water International. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Minister Ezekiel, and family out there on a good evening.
Okay, firstly, Living Water International, for a long time people don't hear, but this people think and say it, and it's a gospel, it's a Christian organization by the name Living Water, because Jesus Christ said, if you drink me water, you never thirst again. Is it that in that form, or what's the organization there about?
Thank you very much, Minister and Fambulem. I tell you thank you for this program tonight. I'm going to listen to me. Living Water International Sierra Leone is a faith-based water, sanitation and hygiene NGO. And we did in Sierra Leone for the past 11 years. We don't establish in Sierra Leone. And what we do primarily now for give water to poor rural communities, to schools them and health centers them and the rural areas, and also share the gospel of Jesus Christ. Now that Living Water International Sierra Leone, they all about.
How will you share then here, because you say for the past 11 years now a faith-based organization, how one can share the gospel of Jesus Christ way now water una they go with? Somebody can look at that funny way say, hey, I mean we call water down and I can preach to me about Jesus Christ. Is it that now that water no more I mean believe and waiting, but how one can go for people to accept now with this kind of thing?
Well, I want people that out there for know, first of all, say we are not a church, we are an international organization, just that we are a faith-based NGO and we can partner with churches them because Living Water be founded on Christian principles. Initially, they want to bring Living Water International, then they go share the gospel as missionaries. But when they go to our communities, they realize say people there they talk about living water when they are Jesus Christ according to the Bible, but people do not get clean water for drink. And so they say, let me try for giving people the water first for drink. And then when somebody you don't cool a thirst, it can even forget energy for still and listen to you, whatever message you get. So that's how the name came, and that's how we became with intervention in the wash sector, particularly in the water sector, some 30 years ago. And family, I want to tell we say Living Water don't exist globally for 30 years. And this October, when they celebrate the 8th and the 9th. The 8th, we head office now, you still they celebrate. And we now say, and they only do on the 9th. We go do an Atlantic Atlantic Hotel and Stadium.
Yeah, that now the celebration aspect. When they come to the celebration aspect, you talk say we the first people when they come, we then go for going evangelize. Then they find out say the felt needs of the people like water, what we can call basic needs, food, clothing and shelter. And inside food now do you define water, of course. So after that, they don't provide the water for them, but later on they begin out the living water way now the scripture. Is it that we still they continue with this, or we they continue in the other aspect?
Well, just like I say, we're not a church, and also we they go out or they go preach and everything. They partner with churches, they partner with church leaders, church workers, youth them for ensure say they do that part of the activity. One thing where unique about Living Water, family, I want for living and know, we care about the total man, both the physical and the spiritual aspect. The physical, now the aspect where they provide safe drinking water. They also aspect where they teach them about hygiene and sanitation, because you don't give somebody water points and facilities. We all know salon. This maintenance cultural problem, so we can teach them how for maintenance the water points. And as I say, we get another department inside the organization where they relate with the churches and they relate with the pastors. They go do training for them. We go call them, we sit down and talk together. We can encourage also then church leaders to be part of the water committees that we establish, so that when they talk to people and say, you know, one thing first, I want to give kudos to the Sierra Leoneans and people that we very respect religious leaders. So we can bring them on board, even at the water committee, not only the pastors them or the church people them, but also imams them, where they ensure say they are part of this water committees that all they set up, so that when they talk to the people and they will listen in terms of cleaning the water well, in terms of taking care of the fence for bull grass, you know, or if sometimes small parts spoil, so that when they talk to them, they can normally listen. Sometimes a man can talk, then they listen. Mommy Queen can talk, then they listen. But when a pastor or imam talk, then they listen. So we can bring them all on board and talk to them about hygiene and sanitation. So like we get this other aspect where we talk about where we work with churches as well for share the gospel. Like if we do a water point, we believe say that water we not just put out. We believe in prayer. Yeah, so we can pray at any water well what we don't do. And that moment say they can pray by the water well and share the gospel there.
Okay, before they come to the success, it takes some struggles, some challenges for let somebody go accept them kind as a suppose you one can do this, because we go come to the side, is it that now you do on FOC that free of charge, or somebody will pay commitment, but not go first to the challenges before people accept living water that then community and now establish.
I want to be hasty for say there's no organization or even an individual where life not a challenge. Every journey you embark on, there are numerous challenges. So like we as an organization, some of the challenges like what we can get, well, this issue of dependency syndrome, and sometimes we don't just think say everything should be done from the donor, everything the NGO for do everything, you know, can give. Yes, living water, waiting they do with services are free of charge. We they charge nothing for the water. Well, they put as we receive the money from the donors, from other people them, you know, and I want to even use this podium for say thank you very much to UNICEF and DFID where they give UNICEF the funding, where they say the kiwi. We they give community free, we they charge them for anything. But you know, sometimes you can get that challenge. Some people they even way you go on for let them look over like when you set up their committee. There's some let you pay them for let me caretaker, bomb caretaker. Can you imagine? And while let the organization pay us. So sometimes we say no, we can't do that because this is free, it's yours. So you can for play your own part also. So that aspect like you want depend on the donor for do everything for them. And also like for example also like what we can do, we get other aspects of the hygiene work what we can call community-led total sanitation. That I would say we push the community themselves for take up the cleaning of the environment. For ensure say you brush so that snake no go can bet you begin them. For ensure say where you begin toilet, you know, you cover them like you cover them for ensure say you know things like that happen. And we can motivate them for even dig them, you know, like them. Then local Latin. So man can don't be host. I tell you, my brother, like you know, he go na bush. If I go na bush, he go toilet. He use stick. He clean himself. You know, he can or he use leaf. So we can train and say no. You know, for restore your dignity and your pride. We they teach you say like we can say cleanliness is next to godliness. For let me godly, for physically for us is supposed to be clean. Yeah. And so we can say dig your toilet, get them palm tick there, you put her as roof, you know, and cover her with something so that the flies and then they come back, you begin not go eat and then belly begin run, then tomorrow begin Allah for deliverance from one church to another, you know, then they give we pastors a chance for blows and we say now which man, now this, which of course also which man on a simple cleanliness that you know abide by. You know, so we can teach them some of their challenges. Some man you can go to some communities like you say, what are you for can't tell we say we for clean with community. What are you miss say we dirty, we know what it for doing, but yet they don't do anything about it. They leave it as it is, and yes, they don't want to let you correct them. And another challenge also something in the way we can get when they go and then communities them. Sometimes we'll let you get them participation, like you want to get a meeting or training. So man, you want to know what it gets if we can get a sitting fee. Like workshop, you know, the time when they ever work and when they done. This DDR or their other program maybe they come for encourage them, motivate them. When they can go workshop, then they give them transport funds, allowance, and feed you bed food, then give you materials and everything. And times have changed, donor patterns have changed. Then they can't train you for goodness sake, then they can't help you, let's say.
That are the benefit to them training.
Yes,
yeah.
but like you want to some man not can turn up so long for the meeting. Or you go can you wait stay before then they come. Some man go say, I get me farm for go. So for let you really get them. Let you really get them to that point for sit and train them. Like we hygiene and sanitation training, we get a series what we can do. So sometimes they can train for down the whole series, because you don't have the same people coming to sit in the meetings. Some are busy, then will come, then go. You know, so that ownership sometimes it's a problem. And if you don't come part of some being an owner, the sustainability is challenging.
Okay, most of the thing that we do mention is that Living Water based on most of the provinces than focusing at all. Before we come to that side, let's talk about the relationship. You talk about on a Nigerian sector among Living Water, they deal with the churches. Is it that when I get a relationship with the Council of Churches, and how this relationship open or close, where like somebody will say, I never see water well around most of the church then now. Some church didn't pass 1,000, some church didn't pass 500, but they need pass see someone go buy plastic water and streets or waiting and call them. And like you talk about sanitation, how now do some of them implementation here in churches as well. Not like that, they go and explore new communities and do them. But see best come back to the churches and do this. How I don't know segment them on that service when I get one portion of years where they relate to the church.
Yes, very well, thank you. You know, that's where we try for, like during this dispensation now in Living Water, where they really try for push, let the church also believe in this vision of Living Water, let the church understand. We don't limit a couple of mega churches them and some denominations them for sell the vision. Maybe someday out there we listen me and we don't reach out, and we on the drive for reach out to more. Like I say, we get an MOU with, for example, EFSL and the Evangelical Fellowship of Sierra Leone. And I want to say good evening and thank you to Reverend Titus if you watch this program for their support, you know, because then they networking with other churches and the different districts where we work. And yes, even we start with this, so Western Rural, for example, because we did Western Rural, we did Moyamba District, about some chiefdoms them. Then now we dey work na Bombali, 5 PHUs, but then a COVID-19 response with the support of UNICEF and DFID. So we encourage churches them. Then one the way we don't meet for let we partner together for ensure say people not only hear the gospel but ensure say the water facility we Living Water don't put as a faith-based NGO. It is maintained, it is taken care of. It be a property, it not just spoil because government can't reach everywhere. Sometimes you go wait, you might not know when you know that facility. But if an organization like Living Water, so we can encourage them. We cannot. You know, we not go drill borehole for all churches, that is for sure. And so they don't they work some facilities and they will like we drill for communities. Now the church they advocate for their communities because that's how it works. So we're not expecting them to just advocate for themselves, but also the church should take leadership for advocates for development programs for their communities, especially their immediate surroundings. So the church benefits. Of course, if you didn't have this area like Bufils, you ask Living Water as a church, you know, say, hey, this be community they suffer from water. Well, obviously you're going to benefit. Your congregation will benefit. You know, so man, because it in a church compound, they might not come there, but because it in a community, everybody have access. So that's how we work, and we can also encourage them. A couple of churches and this, we don't deal with them in partnerships, so they then get them friends abroad, then send the money, we drill for them inside, right inside the compound. We don't also drill amongst them. I want to be hasty for saying this, like Western Rural. So people they watch me can attest to that. We services them in all day for one religion. That's the only thing. The only beauty, we can use the church as a vehicle for share and also for introduce we also our communities there.
Okay. Now one unique thing about our success is I think that Living Water starts this drilling business. Because first we them they talk water well, first we begin by that with that pulley type water well. But Living Water now count that pump one. Yes. So let's talk about the success of Living Water from the start to now.
Yes, from 2009. Well, I don't do that research yet for know whether we first begin to do well.
The surveillance.
Yes, I don't do that yet, so I'm going to be careful because I'm on the air. But I want to say, since we established, initially we set up in start for drill. We start for rehabilitate, then open hand up wells. You know, the well then they Mrs. don't be what they call at a go draw with them with 5 gallon or maybe 1 gallon, you know, it's so tedious. Sometimes speaking there like one village where they work even 1 8 man about 2 years ago it became for inside water well, you know, all their stories and this. But we, since we don't rehabilitate open hand dog wells, we say no, this is not sustainable. Then wells and sun again season and then they dry. So let's move on. And then people learn, because we head office in Houston, Texas. Then things say, let we send machine for them, and then send we drilling machine. As I speak now, we get 2 new ones and 1 old one. So I want to thank God for that. And so we begin for drilling boreholes, and boreholes again last very long. It really last longer, and a more sustainable way, and bore we can go back and rehabilitate them. So quite a number of communities. I will say from the roof of my head, probably we don't drill since we camp about 150 to 160 boreholes, wow. And we don't rehabilitate over 600 hand dog wells. Yes, that I can say, and we have the figures, we have our reports from Kafo Bulong Chiefdom, when we do more to Western Rural, and now to Moyamba. Bombali, where Bombali now just health centers actually, and drill, and this is a partnership with UNICEF. Again, I want to give the credit to UNICEF for the support through the feed funding, where we do this COVID-19 response now. Bombali, Bo district and Kenema district, 13 in total. So that's make we just don't go there for the 6 months. But permanently, we are in Moyamba and Western Rural. Okay. Before now, we did Kafo Bulong now, the Lungi axis.
Okay. How that you try to talk about when they celebrate now 30 years na Salunia. How na plan for let it be, let it come out. 30 years, not like 10 years, 3 decades.
Yeah, it's if I'm beginning, but don't mature.
You don't mature.
Now West it's on his own. You know, yes. Family, I want for tell we say living water this October. With the 30 years globally, Sierra Leone for Sierra Leone now with 11 years. But we celebrate with 30 years of existence and success by the grace of God. We don't able to reach certain number of people, you know, with water, with hygiene messages, you know, with sanitation facilities all over the 21 or so countries that we work. We did Latin America, the Caribbean, we did Central Africa, West Africa, of course we did East Africa. So we work for Papa God thank you. So this event, they take place on the 9th globally. Now we head office, then they celebrate on the 8th. But because of the time difference, by 7, that's you know, say we at midnight like 12 o'clock to win here. So we can't do it on the 8th. So now I make Living Water Sierra Leone, we they celebrate on the 9th, when at the Friday after. And so this event, as I've been beginning to tell you, they take place at the Atlantic Hotel along Beach. And it's also, what we can call this now, normally when we celebrate annually this event, it can be the biggest fundraising event for Living Water International. So because we can't travel because of the COVID for going Houston for celebrating, they said that we celebrate at country level. So at country level, they say, okay, while you are celebrating, you are dancing, there is yet a community that are who are village where not get water. Where even though we don't get funding for a certain number of wells and for this year, but we want to say how they add one more well by funding where we say they generate locally. So now we have a task for raise 100 million, where like $10,000 for just one borehole for add to the number where we get. And because as I say, we don't open at the Western Rural and Moyamba, we identify one particular community in Moyamba where the Pekin and they walk go like 6 miles to school. You know, the distance is so far apart. They don't have clean water for the life. It really means them in that community. We really take camp for Brianka. Let me see how, let me feel how the wasteman itself can feel for raise funds. You know, for send them to we taxpayers' money, people entitle them and then salaries and cut and send and say. Let people in Africa say, I don't in particular get water. So this year they say, you guys, plus waiting we don't give already, raise funds for at least one borehole. Why would they celebrate with 30 years? So that we go give as present to this community. And family already listen out there, this project is on. We don't launch online page. And you can send, we want to encourage you for April for raises 100 million. So as we celebrate next month on the 9th, keep your monies coming in because this well, we want to do them as a Christmas well to that particular village. So we collect them until the 10th of December. We collect the resources, the funding, but we just need, you know, a commitment for, say, for example, Minister Ezekiel is going to give me 5 million for contribute to this 100 million. You know, or say Church X or minister or government or whoever, you know, business people. If you care about people and the thirsty, if you care about seeing children wash their hands. Luckily, Global Hand Washing Day they come also next month, so we celebrate all together. If you care about seeing children going to school with clean hands, drinking clean water, they not cake go na host for go get water for drink, say they go rape them in the process because some host and then they go na bush path. You know, their stories that is so waiting, is so touching. If you know how they give them picking anymore because they go fair water for drink, I think Living Water International Sierra Leone is a very good NGO for investing money in, because we give you your money's worth. We put your money to action. You see the impact of your resources. So helping raise 100 million euros for just one borehole as we celebrate in 30 years.
Well, when you talk, aside the water well, is there any other benefit where beneficiaries can get with Living Water? Living Water can consider, like you talk about, when I look at the picking and the school, then way then get the school is not good enough or waiting for now. Is it that when I can think about, okay, the welfare not just get 1 or 2, 3 or 10 picking them way, Living Water they take care of with the schooling, the homes and everything? Is that another segment where they're operating?
I want to say not directly because of we mandates. We exist for help communities that acquire desperately needed clean water and the living water, which is the gospel of Jesus Christ. But nonetheless, like I say, we care for the total man. We can also do what we call aligning their needs to other partners then.
Okay.
Or sometimes we can even write to we head office, people like in the other churches, you know, or so the article they are work interested in them kind of cases. Because what they do, they construct Latins for schools. We don't do it for communities because we believe say if you build the most common, you should be able to construct your own Latin. So if we get funding, we can construct Latins for schools. Some school and they do sadly we can go, you can go do fine toilets, fine water well, but the school building is dilapidated. So what we can do, we can direct them to other NGOs that we know say then they build school blocks. We can also direct some of them because they in it to some orphanages that they work with or some NGOs that will say they take care of child welfare. But nonetheless, aside, we can get with friends and we can send Christmas gifts or holiday gifts or like where school they can't open, so they can just contact me, oh Living Water, you are there, I want to help, are there communities or schools or orphans I can help. So we don't get that a lot with some orphanages even at the Western rural, you know, so we don't, they can send clothes them, books them and things like that. So it happens, but it's not our core mandate.
Okay,
but we can advocate if we see they need, we can bring and come and we set some meetings, like if we get meeting the education sector, water directorates, we can bring them things out.
I hope put it like Living Water small. You know also can do some mentorship. I can do some mentorship program, talking to, and we did the field as our director. We can go out there. You can able to take your time, some of the counseling around some of these guys, some of these people we think say maybe they need you around them for getting 1 or 2, 3 of your advice.
Yes, you know, it's something that I have passion for because myself, now somebody be mentor me and I'm still being mentored. I'm not past that stage yet. You know, I get people that way I admire from a distance. Some don't even know, but they are mentors to me. Some they will know. So this is something I have passion for. I miss my busy schedules. I can always make time. You know, like I get some youth in our church, even outside my church, or even within my work environment, or even the communities. Like sometimes they, you know, some people that they pay, they can just walk up to maybe in our communities, they walk, oh, like when there's something they're going to introduce me, or I go visit my teams and I feel, then they say, oh, this is the boy. Say, this one is small, so hey, this door has been temple, and the body no more looks small, I'm old. Yes, so, you know, so like I can take them for talk to them, especially like the girls. I tell them my own story. Maybe I'll get an opportunity one day for share my stories, you know, coming up, how probably I get to this stage. It has not been an easy path, but I can take them for tell them, and I can always encourage young people. I say carry yourself. I like that expression. Carry yourself in the sense, know yourself, value yourself. Don't just fall for anything cheap. You know, not just think say, oh, you have it all there and you can do anything and anytime. Your life will be patterned. Okay. You know, you for carry yourself with prestige, with respect, not so being proud, you know, because the Bible says God hates the proud and He resists the proud. You are proud and pompous because this generation, I tell you, some of them don't want you to correct them. They don't want to rebuke. The Bible says open rebuke is better than secret love. So sometimes if even I rebuke you openly, not me I want to embarrass you or make you shame, because there is place for all of these things. So this is something I like to do, not only youth or young people, even married people, and by the grace of God, I even talk to elderly people that are older than myself. We share together, and I don't only talk with them. In my own personal moments, I pray for them. I think that they need passion, they go more and more. Whatever or whoever I come across in the course of the week or day, I make sure say I go back and take an issue to God, because I believe I have a Father who hears me when I pray.
Okay. One of the two you can cancel, where you think say as a counselor you able no say this now really affect youth people. Them not start from youth before they can marry those youth, because you God give you a diverse gift. You know the person with the 5 talents where God had another 5 go to 10. Which you think say they affect youth of nowadays, both men and women, and also talking about marriages as a mentor and a counselor?
For the youth side, I believe say this issue of youthful lust, you know, this issue of putting the desires under control, issues of early relationship. Well, I can tell people the way some can say, we don't pass 17, don't pass 18. Yes, but this is Africa. Our own custom or culture, where if that's you even more and more, mama thank you, my papa thank you, so you are still a child and you should still be a child. So like I realize say these days, like they be carried away a lot, they be distracted, maybe they want to keep with the time, with the trend, want to get the latest phone, you know, peer pressure, things like that.
Improvement of technology.
Yes, technology. They can be, you will get you begin think say it's so innocent and everything, but he or she can be in the bedroom watching pornography, right now in phone. So he knows or she knows how to do it. You think say something in the eye or you know, or they know everything. How for God do I cancel stuff away you don't know. So then they struggle with that. You know, that youthful loss, then this new technology and peer pressure, you know, oh, I want to be like this, I want to be like this person, or because you see this person wear this kind of suits or clothes. Wait for your own time. I can tell there is time for every purpose. Yes, and if you ask also
about the married people, how that will you notify as a mentor and counselor? Yes,
well, in my own small years, I gradually go to my 12th year in marriage by the grace of God. One thing where I can follow and where I can always, like if I talk to become married woman or even married man, you know, it's this issue about rights. Sometimes we can so conscious but with individual rights that you miss it. It might be my right, but for the sake of peace, I can rather let go of my rights. I don't know if you understand.
I understand.
Yes, because everybody wants to, these days, everybody wants to hold on to their own point. So, oh, I'm right, Mr. Right, Mr. Right, it's out there. I don't want Mr. Right to be church. It's out there. You are not called Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. So, sometimes, let's go off your rights. And that's the only way where I can tell people that say you will enjoy your marriage. And another thing, let's stop listening to third parties. Because at that I can tell some people that say, hey, don't tell me. Just hold your peace. Let me find out for me. If God will land, the Holy Spirit they reveal unto me. So if my husband is doing something there, don't come and tell me. If you can't pray for him. So I can always say then sometimes when people don't come, we're going to discuss, oh yes, are you wrong me? Are you offending me? You for apologize. Probably I will not demand the apology, but I'm expecting it. And if it doesn't come, I hold my ground. And then they lead to me. Please don't always turn Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. Even when you're right, accept that you're wrong. But I'll tell you, it can work on that person in mind. With time, it's a candle and I'll get a peaceful home.
You didn't talk to the people in the land. Of course, if you watch the program, I'll go on Star TV Channel 21. I'll get with me, Madam Rosemary Blake. I'm the country director for Living Water International. Of course, Living Water is a faith-based organization where they go and give water to people them, and also they give the living water when like they preach Christ to you, but not to church, yeah, now non-church organization, so not to church, but then believe say when they give water for preach Christ to you, at least let you get Christ in your life. We talk about something about mentorship and counseling. And because it gets diverse gift as well. Madam Blake, people can pull sometimes like young people they can pull on past spirituality, relationship, like it based on physical more than the spirituality, and also married as well. So man can say all the time people that pray and women married. Now the Lord, you understand it? So how make physical all take can prayer. Is it that is not important, or people don't know how to balance the two in the relationship and the marriage?
Yes, I think sometimes that's where some people like miss out because there is place for everything. There is place for the physical thing, and there's also a place for the spiritual.
Okay.
But I tell you, everything in the world, everything born out from the spiritual, because that God created the heavens and the earth. God creates me and you. He creates with feelings and everything. So if you want to let the physical work well, I think it has to be. Well, and I go more Christian, it has to be regulated in the spiritual. If you want also make it work well at the spiritual, you get for regulator well. So how for balance the two? Outside, for example, outside are supposed to go say sorry. I know say I pray, God will talk to your heart, He will forgive me this and that. When I know I should come and just say sorry and solve the problem. I don't need for wait say or I will pray, God will touch your heart. That's pride. You proud. You understand what I mean? So that's the physical aspect. I can't talk to you, I don't hurt you. I will say, oh, sorry. Or I'll say, I pray, Papa God.
Oh, so now God forgot.
Yeah, you want to God, you want to God can. No, it doesn't work like that. So let me play with your own role. Wait till we for do. But sometimes I can say it's dangerous. Where some people like you want to focus so much. No, this is also spiritual, not so spiritual. Whatever you remove God from, I'm afraid the end is disastrous. Because God must be the center of everything. God must be the center. Jesus must be the center of everything you do. If you want things, say you get to your own mind, because some people just think, say, oh, I can think, I get understanding, because some of them think they have read widely, they have traveled widely. By the grace of God, we say, me small life, I don't travel small, but that shouldn't change you. You read books, them, and so what? The reality is the reality. So we for time forget a good balance. Like for example, you know, say I for cook, I for prepare a meal and all, and then you expect wait, sometimes you get man way quick for lay hands, not to the spiritual hands. So you know, cook, you know, your own. Yes, then the also go sweet. So play your own part. Don't clean, you for fix the bed, you just left and tata. Some men like to see neat environment. Or sometimes some we don't married, some they just left themselves. You know, you have a place, so even look presentable for your husband. So if he's bringing friends around, he go be proud, say, at any time I go home, my wife is always to embarrass me. Same way, so the man self, you for carry yourself, let or say, wait, you don't eat down, you just left things scatter, you begin open your mouth, excuse me there, you need to speak, maybe one, you know, sometimes a woman like I embarrass you, woman. So these are the things you do where you're not proper. So let me get a balance and carry yourself. Be presentable, do what you should do, let me do what I should do. And I think, say, God said now, God of
one other aspect before we come to run on the program to living water aspect. The landlord, you come to the financial aspect.
Yeah.
Not take the Bible aspect we see inside Ephesians. Say, husband love your wife. Then say, wife, wait till for do. Submit to your husband and begin them. Waiting, you'll be your parent. How you keep able to analyze this thing with the Bible? Say, because in the home now we see that if it don't be a twist now, the woman want let the man be submissive instead of love. Why is the man the seek love from the woman? I don't know how you can able to analyze this.
Well, family says you cannot believe I leave you as well, okay? So when Bible say husbands love your wife, it just means you for love her. And when you say wife submit, you for submit.
That means love gets so many things attached to
I
her.
can always say, show me a wife that is submissive to her husband. I will show you a husband that loves his wife. No woman no dey wait truly, except so sometimes something do the man they need deliverance. When you woman really submissive, she does what she should do, you know, he respects you, he do, even when sometimes you wrong her, he still decide for overlook her, follow and move on. Then that man they not like her. A very rare. You know, a very rare. And submission, it go beyond all odds. And though nowadays we Western people like talk say, oh, the Bible is cruel, it's not fair to women, you know, women activists, I can hear that some they say, oh no, we shouldn't go down, the man said for submit to just not for condom for the man. But also like that kind, you know, amen. And also when it talk about you, man for husband for love your wife, if you like yourself, like what Bible say, love your neighbor as yourself. If you like yourself, Minister Ezekiel, you know they take knife, you begin pierce your body. And almost no more, I begin cost me, oh mommy, I they cost me daddy. I don't love myself. So in essence, as a man, if you love yourself enough, you wouldn't do that to your wife. So things that you wouldn't dare to do to yourself, you can't do, you shouldn't do to your wife. So that's it talks beyond. So love go even beyond. So the same way young, you marry them in Bobby Cack and everything, you know, the time way don't begin born, the Bobby don't for them, and sometimes maybe you don't begin get some wrinkles. You start looking for other young girls out there. You don't love her enough. You for love her no matter how in shape don't, because as a matter of fact, and your house he left where you don't reach where don't reach that part thing. So love go beyond every limit, every bounds. So love your wife to the point that, and just like I say, I don't see no man who don't love a wife. Show you worth love. Because sometimes you just demand submission, but have you loved enough? Do you love her? Sometimes you go come on work self, you buy something, granite self, you say, hey, look, or sometimes you see one fine brazier, where something like your office, you know, other woman in the cloud for buyer and everything. You know, say you marry the girl woman, just surprise her. You say, buy that brazier, why you for shame for buyer? When are you get for siam? So these are just basic way we can improve, because we stay home as women, or we are home even as career mothers. I face the same thing as career mother. Take care of the kids, you take care of your home, you get for can work, and you have your husband, the big babies, you get to take care of them. Then you know they show me small love, or even appreciate me submission and me hard work and host. You know, can fine. And so the picking them, like when you don't say, they say obey your parents in the law, because this is right. And in fact, and the only one that they wake up and say, so that your days go be long, honor your father and your mother. So not only you mommy and that you were born you. I can tell people and say, yes, any big person, whether your neighbor, na church, once a big for you, they are your mothers and fathers, because society, we are gatekeepers. We're supposed to watch over we picking them. Pastor more today, so neighbor, we correct it because of the bitter, and they can't curse you. And they can't allow you misbehave. So some man, I like you see picking they go back and then they correct them. But picking them, on our land for respect big people. You know, like I look for this probably sometimes start when I go start and when I go to bring people for council, but then basic cultures and tradition. When picking them out for greet big one, when you see big one, not wait that big one greets you. When you don't eat out for say thank you. You know that kind of things, and just let's go back to the early socialization. You know, they talk somewhere today in one program and they tell them about the ABC. Attitude, behavior, and change, because I mean, those the school graduation I really speaking. And as I said, these are the elementary things we for begin teach, we begin them. We for begin go back to the basics, because too they talk me because we're so busy there at home, we can't teach them there. And they learn these things outside, and sometimes it's contrary to what it should be.
So many things people don't learn. What will be your final statement as we run up on the side of living water?
Well, yes, my final statement from Mulaka today for really talk also about living water and how we work as Sierra Leone. We want to bring sanity in the water, sanitation, and hygiene sector. And I can always tell people, they say we are different, not so proud, not so anything. We fear God, even the money they give it, we let the tifa or not begin keep some percent for ourselves. I can make that boast here. And I want to say this is a place you can invest, because you get people there we fear God. Not only we get people that they work for, we are reverend and they get color. But if you see that at the field, then they dirty, then they go, you know, dig, go inside water well, pull the bolo. So inside the way they go, they meet pants inside their open hand dog where so they play. You have reverence with us, then they go down there and they walk. So living water is a place where you for invest. We become 30 years and we go celebrate October 9th. We look for money for do one water well for one poor community where they drink dirty water today. So we want for do one water well for the added to what we get this year, and you can be a part of that success story. Send your donation. We office there at 58 Charles Street. We also there in Western Rural, Newton Bar Drive. We office there also Moyamba, na Semben Road. But you can also reach me on Orange or Afri Money on the numbers there. So like Orange Money, you can reach me on 076 411160, and we go talk with you, and feel free for support the program.
076 4111
yes 60
411160. Okay, I want to tell you thank you, Madam Rose Marie Blake, for joining me at Go Gospel. Even though yes, you don't talk so much about married couple and also relationship, I will forget you on one way we can discuss with Mrs. Nancy Williams. Then una all sit down on a panel discussion, a lot talk. I like for the among women, we will discuss marital issues, and we get two men and we represent one at the studio. We'll argue the marital issues, because if I now say the devil is penetrating in marriage home
So
today. And
much.
if you see it succeed in destroying the marriage home, then don't destroy the church. I want to say thank you to you for joining at the studio. This has been down the cutting down of today's edition of Go Gospel on Star TV Channel 21. Me don't be host Minister Ezekiel Kagbo. Till next week again, join we on the same channel the same time, 9 to 10 p.m. I want to say thank you to me technical team, Abdullah Kamara, Basheka T. Conte, Awuna Today, and to all the rest of me man them. Till next week again, stay tuned to Star TV Channel 21.
You're a present help and rock in time of trouble. 'Cause God, you are a refuge and you are a strength. We will not be afraid, though the earth be moved. 'Cause God, you are a refuge and you are a strength. Jehovah. God who never change, you never serve no other God. We serve no other God. Only you. You will deliver. You will deliver us. 'Cause we are no other God. Not only you. For your promises from generation to generation, you never fail, Lord. You will deliver, you will deliver. You are everything.
I ain't coming down for no reason. I'll be reading my word.
Hello, I'm Ezekiel Kagbo. I'm a born-again Christian. Join me every Sunday 9 to 10 p.m. on Go Gospel. Go Gospel is a program that brings to you gospel artists to showcase the music and bless you with ministration. As we spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, make it a date with me, Ezekiel Kagbo, on Go Gospel every Sunday 9 to 10 p.m. on Star Television, Channel 21.
So watch me fly.